Is that necessary?
Not sure. CCTV.
Is that necessary?
It's CCTV.
I'm asking you a question. Is it necessary?
Yes.
It really isn't.
Security was on high alert at Drake's Bridle Path home today.
Not necessary.
He's coming off Drake's property.
Security guards and a swath of police surrounding and apprehending a man under the Mental Health Act following an attempted break-in at the grounds. A multi-million-dollar mansion that's always drawn a lot of attention, never more so than now, however. The curious drawn to see exactly where a security guard was wounded in a drive-by shooting.
It feels very surreal. I mean, we're here as tourists and we just came to see Drake's house and we heard this big story.
I feel that can be very scary to Drake because it's his life and his house.
People who live and work in the area describe the increased focus on Drake's home as very alarming.
It's quite devastating, really. You know, we haven't really seen this much of excitement. That's what I call it.
It's scary because this area is, it's exclusive.
Especially as speculation abounds as to what precipitated the 2 a.m. shooting that sent a security guard standing outside Drake's front gates to hospital with life-threatening injuries.
It's really sad. The security guards are so amazing.
Natasha works next door and says she's angry about what happened.
Because they're sitting ducks. There's no anywhere for them to go, you know what I mean? Like they're just out in the open. I mean, there's a place up here and they have a security guard house.
Police have not provided a motive, but this comes as a decade-old feud between Drake and fellow artist Kendrick Lamar hit fever pitch.
Could've left the kids out of this, don't blame me.
A beef that exploded over the weekend when each released songs flinging allegations and insults at each other.
Between Lamar and Drake, there's millions of followers on a number of social media platforms. So they're going to be going through all of that to see if there were any threats leveled in the last 72 hours or so.
And while investigators work behind the scenes, private security and uniformed police are protecting the scene on the ground. Now, Toronto police say there are a lot of security cameras in the area, so they're busy pouring through footage. They haven't released any video yet, nor any images, however, of the suspect vehicle. Reporting live, I'm Janice Golding. Now back to Nathan.
Shalom, 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 and welcome back to another For Bodily Exercise, Prophet of Little. It's your Ak, Zachariah Israel. Hey, man, y'all see what's going on? You got people playing around with Drake House, man. They out there. Folks walking around, playing around his house, trying to get in his house, break in. People claiming that they there to see Drake and saying that they fans and, everything going crazy ever since the beef been going on, right? And I ain't the one that do commentary on things because it's trending, I will do it if I can use it for a teachable moment, spread the truth out here a little bit, man, to wake you guys up. That's my whole thing. It can be trending, man. If it don't make sense, if it's on some folly, I'm not gonna do no commentary on it. But this what happens, man. Like I said during the J. Cole apology, which it was very mature that he apologized and got up out that beef, because of things like this happen. I kind of figured that it will lean off into some more gangster stuff. You understand? I know that Kendrick Lamar ain't from the streets. Drake ain't from the streets, but Kendrick is from the block. He from the hood. This been confirmed. The area he grew up in over there on the West Coast in Cali, right? He from that block. He from that way. So he's seen a lot of things, He been around there. He went to school with all the bangers and, had close ties and, friends and, he that guy that just had that talent that you wanted to see to make it up out the hood. He was one of them kind of guys, but he from the hood. That's why he dropped that album, The Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City, because he a good kid, but from that Mad City. Drake, same thing, man. I don't know much about where he from over there in Toronto or whatever. but his mother is Caucasian, his dad black, so-called black, you know, and you know, it seemed like he had a pretty good life too as well, right? But when you got guys around him, that old OVO thing, and you know, different guys and different walks of life, and they could be hood. So this what happens, man. Egos involved. You disrespect me, I disrespect you. They talking about each other, mothers and families and daughters and with sons, you know, all these different things, man. Families and, you know, and the daughter, the made up daughter or whatever. My commentary on that is, man, he had to go out and create this daughter. You know, it's giving police vibes to me. I argued about this on Facebook. It's giving FBI vibes. It's giving COINTELPRO vibes, where you create a whole little plant or whatever. When you plant evidence on a person so they can use it against themselves in a court of law or in front of masses of people, to kind of bring down the character of the person, you know, try to make it where everything that he say is invalid. So the tactics Drake went about going about doing it, you know, when I first heard that he did that, he lost to me. It was over, because anytime a person got to create a whole story in a battle, hoping that the artist use it against them, it seemed real desperate, man. And that's what Drake did. He created this whole little things, and there's people on there saying, "Oh man, you know, Kendrick, you know, he used make believe." Bro, who lied first? Who lied first, Kendrick or Drake? Drake lied, so Kendrick will lie about a made up daughter. That's giving police vibes. It's like the police throwing a bag of weed in your car and telling you it's yours, telling you to claim it, creating a whole thing, planting a gun on you. It got them same vibes, man. So a lot of things Drake said to me and said or saying, now you got to put a question mark behind it, because you don't know if he's orchestrating the whole thing or whatever. Okay, so you got this situation where a fan went out, tried to get into his mansion or whatever. They hit him with some mental health deal or whatever. Guided him, gave him a mental health charge or something like that. I was reading, you know, the security guy that got shot, you know, still he's in critical condition, and the person that did it is at large. They looking for him. So when you go off into talking about people, mothers and things like that, families and things like that, it can get out of hand. Okay, it will get out of hand quick. Okay, Pac, good kid. Family was revolutionary. Mother was high ranked in a Black Panther Party. Who he was with though? Death Row. Okay, Suge and them. Suge was actually from the street. Okay, you know, Pac. Biggie. Mother was a teacher. He was real smart. You know what I'm saying? Biggie wasn't gangster or none of that junk, man. Biggie was a smart kid. You feel me? But if something happened, they ride with Biggie. You feel me? You know, a lot of your top fives, man, your top 5 rappers, man, be pretty decent kids, man, young men. Okay? Andre 3000, decent kid, man, but he from that way. Top 5. You know, a lot of y'all top 5 Eminem, like y'all like Eminem straight, you know. The same thing, he from that way, but he ain't that way. You know, and I can go on and on and on. Nas, you know, son of a musician, you know, like, this is what I'm saying, bro. You know, just because you're not in the streets, that doesn't mean it can't get street. Why? Death and Life in the Power of the Tongue, right? I'm gonna pull that, but first I'm gonna pull this. Ecclesiasticus 28 verse 17, right? The stroke of the whip make it marks in the flesh. So a whip gonna put marks on you, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. Yes, words will hurt you, man. Words carry weight. Words travel, man. Words will cut deep, man. People hold on things that they parents said, that they preachers said, that they, wife said, to the grave, man. But you get hit, hey, that's gonna heal up. You feel me? Verse 18, many have fallen by the edge of the sword. A lot of people died out here by getting shot, whatever, stabbed, whatever, right? But not so many as have fallen by the tongue. Okay? So it's more people that didn't die by striking that mouth, died by the tongue, man. A lot of things start what? By the mouth. You understand? The tongue is deadly, man. It's an unruly member. Death and life and the power of it. I'm gonna get that too real quick. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So if you like good things, it's gonna come fruits from your seeds and the things you put out here and plant in life, right? If you doing bad and doing wicked or evil, you're gonna that tongue is gonna bring you death, right? You're gonna say things and then some things gonna pop off. One thing gonna lead to another, right? Until ultimately you die or, imprisonment. Okay? So that's my take on it, man. Hey, these brothers, man, y'all gotta tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get right, and squash this, because it can get real messy real quick. Okay? This your bro. This has been another For Bodily Exercise. Profit of Little. This is the new podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, man. I'm trying to get my subs up to about 50. Subscribe, man, so we can keep pushing this content, putting this content out here, man. All right, I'm gonna be up out of here. Shalom.